let's see. Whenever I click on it, it doesn't work. But I'm gonna draw that little thing there to paint later on. I need to stack it up in my view. So I'll do that. And I'm doing 2 of them because it'll be me and my child. But happy Easter, all that jazz. Okay. So I guess I have to do it like that. And since it's tiny, I'm just like, what am I going to do? But it's quite literally just the egg with a little chick in the middle of it. So that shouldn't be too hard to do. I don't have my eraser, so I'll probably have to end up going to get one, but nope. Okay. And I can spend more time actually. Hey! I can spend more time actually decorating it after I've done the major parts, which I think I'll go ahead and start with the little chick body. Ugh, little ants out here. I don't want to make it too big and then I'm not able to put the top of it. I'm drawing this little thing here, the little egg and the chick. So, darn it, I don't have an eraser. That sucks. I'll go get one though. Once I get the eraser, I'll go through anything. But I'm also going to paint this so it won't matter. Thank you. So it won't matter when I paint it, because I can paint over imperfections really. But for now, I do want it to look somewhat like what the picture is. So I don't draw professionally or anything. It's just, this is my soothing and coping mechanism. Oh my gosh, those wings look a little funny, but once I get my eraser, I can change that. I'm fine. Hey. I'm doing great. Just enjoying this chill Sunday. Okay. So I probably should have done the head. Let's see. it's not a crazy difficult painting or drawing. It's just a matter of someone who has none of the training for it, just looking at it and drawing it. And that's me. I just look at paintings, I'm like, oh, I could do that. Let me try. Like my top of my egg for my for my little chick is gonna be so big compared to how I've done the egg. But okay. Maybe I'll be able to erase it enough. Is this my only hobby? No. I like to play The Sims too. Ah, crap. I think I'm gonna go erase the entire thing. Happy Easter. Oh, I don't speak Russian. I'm gonna go get my eraser and I'm going to try to make the egg again. Because I like the way the top looks. Okay, so I'll just show you. I don't, oop, you can see it, that's right. I don't like the way I did my wings here, okay? You can't, the chick, I haven't done any of the body parts, but I don't think I'm liking how it's coming together. Now my egg, just fine. You too. It is a little chilly, but that's because it's been raining. It'll probably rain again. Yeah, I'm gonna have to actually go get my eraser. So pause for the cause. I have to go actually get my eraser. Okay, hopefully the eraser doesn't completely ruin everything, but like I said, I am gonna paint it, so hopefully that'll matter. What I think I did was I made it too small because I was nervous. That eraser did nothing. For this one, I'm definitely going to have to fix the picture when I paint it. Oh. Say no, I don't even know what that is. Okay, so you can still unfortunately see the parts of that, but when I paint, it'll go, when I paint, it'll look better. So what I'll do is I'm going to go ahead and do, because I'm doing two of the same picture, so I'll make the bottom for this one. And hopefully I will learn from my mistake with the other one. And I'll go ahead and do the egg. And then do the top of the egg, and that'll make it easier. My name is Destiny. Let's see. Okay, so I feel like that one might be a little too high, but that's okay because I'm going to just make this high as well. And if I do it, okay. Let's see how this goes. Okay. And I think I made this one a little too big, but I'll just have to make it bigger or something when I do it. Okay. So the body. Let's do just the body and fill up this thing. I guess so. Good morning. And what I will do, okay. So maybe what I should do is try to, I'll do it on here, even though you want. So maybe what I should try to do is like put it in the middle, like put the body in the middle of these two things, and then do the head. So in my mind, it should come out right. So let's see. And I'll just have to do the wings a little bigger. Let's go ahead and do this little head according to this. Okay. Then I'll do the wings again and the beak and stuff. The beak and stuff should be easier. I don't consider myself an artist. This is just a hobby because I've been drawing since I was younger. Like that's how I coped, or that was just something I like to do. So I don't consider myself an artist. It's just a hobby. But so since I was younger, I guess to answer your question. But I just started back in my adulthood, like in December, I'll say, playing around. So either one of those answers, I don't know. So when I was younger, in December, just depends. All right, now these wings. And they're not hard, it's just I don't want my wings to look like fingers, okay? And that's what I did with the other ones. They look more like fingers. So before I do it on the canvas, I guess I need to kind of make it small there, then do there, then make it small there. That's what I really need to do. Oh, well, thank you. I can do a little something sometimes. So All right. I'm visualizing it before I put it on this canvas because the eraser does not help at all. Maybe. Maybe. I'll show you. Maybe. And this one will look so much better after I've painted it because I erased and the erasing didn't work. So, let's see. Okay. That'll do. Now let's just do the beak. I know the answer to that one. When you're cremated. Listen, the lady who told me that, it was an older lady, and I was so tickled because I work in hospice, so it was just really funny for someone who's already in the position. Yeah. He's telling me my little jokey joke I posted before. Okay. I think to fix what I did, I may have to make my eyes a little bigger. Okay. Now the other one will look better. Wait a minute. I look down and focus on my painting and I'm married. Wait, whoa. Okay, so I feel like with the other one, since I did it, I'll be able to do this one a little better. I feel like. Okay, so let's go ahead and do some of the decorative things. Because the downside is, since I had to erase, it's not as great as it could be. But I do have to do it a second time. So for this one, I'll know what to do. And so this one might come out a little bit clearer, but I don't know. I really don't. But I'm gonna have faith in my abilities to look at something and recreate. Okay, so this is the one that I've actually finished. And like I said, since I erased, it looks a little crazy. I've actually honestly thought of that. I just have to find them because I just moved to this area, so I would have to do some more research on where to go. But okay, so yeah, here's my little thing, and when it's colored, it'll look, well, painted, it'll look better. And this is what I was copying, okay? So they're not too far off. There were a few that had a bunny. I'm not completely sure of my abilities yet to say I could do the bunny. Oh, thank you. Okay, so I really want to erase the bottom of this one because I feel like my egg is too big. I really want to do that, but I know what happened last time I erased. It was terrible. I'm going to paint these with my daughter. Before you ask, I only have one child. Well, there's the rain again. Don't worry about it. I'm not gonna paint. I mean, I'm not gonna erase it. It's gonna stress me out. I'm not gonna erase it. Okay. I'll just have to really think about how I'll draw it. Which I think for this one, everything will just be mashed a little bit. I'll just have to put it a little bit closer together, which is okay. I'll still start it in here. That's too big. Ooh, okay. There. Then I'll go ahead and make the head. I'm pretty sure there's an eraser specifically for canvases. That's why it's on a drawing. I'm not breaking eggs for real, okay? Oh my goodness. I just read what else you said. Oh man. It's too early for this. And why does it have to be Juanita? Why couldn't it be Desiree or something? Or Dijon? I don't know. I'm just being funny. I don't know any names to like mash them together. Okay. So hopefully these wings will look better this time. Because I have to keep in mind that they're wings and not fingers. A little bit there. A little bit there. And then a little bit there. Then for that one, a little bit there, a little bit there, and a little bit right there. Okay, with this wing, I'll just say it was like it almost got clipped off or something. Buy one. Not love at first sight, I guess. Okay. I have no idea what this little, I guess that's fur from it. I don't know. Oh, there we are. You guys forgive me, my attention span is sometimes terrible when I'm focused on one thing, but I'm doing my best. Okay. The decorating, almost forgot. Maybe I'll do, okay. All right. This simple little egg, chicken and egg, is what I was drawing, okay? And I drew 2 of them. All right. And they're not twins, okay? They're just me drawing. All right, so there they are. Once I paint them, it'll look more vibrant, obviously. But yeah. There are those. And it'll be something fun to do on Easter. Because it's all rainy and wet. Who's going to do a Easter egg hunt? It's too much. So, I've done that. I drew Bluey and Bingo. I don't know if y'all heard about those. Bluey and Bingo. I drew them the other day. Well, yesterday. I drew them yesterday, so I actually thought if I use one of my bigger canvases, I might do this. Okay. But I don't want all this stuff filled with Easter, so I just drew the little egg. So my birthday is my birthday is next Monday. So I told myself that I'm going to make sure starting tomorrow that I'm going to do something every day leading up to my birthday, right? So one of the easiest things for me to do, I feel like, is always paint something because I have plenty of canvases and I'm always buying them. Hey! And I'm always buying them too, so. I think I'm going to do, I think I'll draw because I used to love this show when I was younger, right? So I'm going to do the Powerpuff Girls. I'll probably do them, so I'm not sure. Well, you don't have to be here, It's crazy. I just don't get it. I am a Taurus. I do. So, yeah, I'm going to do I'm going to do them. I'm going to do each of them by themselves as well because I cannot do them all together because of the canvas is so small. Now, if I flip it over, I probably could, but I can't do them together. So, yeah. I might get started on that one, but I'll need more canvases. And I have to be careful with these because any little rub, it'll be gone. So, Mm, I'm trying to think if I want to actually start on these. I probably should get a piece of paper first so I can kind of map out how I want to do it. Because once I try to draw on the canvas, no, that's why I don't have time. I don't feed into like when people are trolling and stuff or whatever. Bye. My head starts hurting. I don't have time to entertain you. But there are people who will argue with trolls, so just keep swiping. You'll find somebody. I don't care enough, so I just go ahead and block you. You'll find somebody else to terrorize, but not me. I really feel like I could go ahead and do it. Screaming. Not the chest. You're cruising for a brute. See, now I feel like I have to. Hey, Grayson. I remember you too. Did you see what I drew, Grayson? Who's saying there's? I don't know what you're sorry for. I don't know. I'm gonna show you anyway, Grayson. I drew these little chicks in the thing. Then I'll paint them and they'll look better. Hello. I'm probably gonna go get my other canvases and while I'm in the mood, while I'm inspired, draw one of the Powerpuff Girls. Just one of them. I don't think I just have like the white copy paper. I could probably do that. I think that's what I should do because maybe that'll do better with my canvases too. Hello. I hope I say Rosin. Rosin? Hey, I don't want to say it wrong. Thank you. I think that is, I know that's a good idea. Because that's what I did with something else. Like I drew it first just on the regular copy paper. Just because it does kind of work out. Okay, I don't know what you're sorry about. Yeah. Let me go get my other canvases and my tea. I normally have coffee, but I didn't really want coffee this morning. I wanted my tea, so I'm going to go get that. Okay. I don't understand. Okay. Oh, well, yeah, let me go get my tea. Oh, man. Okay, I changed my mind quickly about Powerpuff Girls. Okay, let me help you out then, baby. There. My name is Destiny. Alright. Now these are the little critters I did yesterday. I don't Now if you don't know children, you may or may not know about Bluey. But I did Bluey. And I hate how you can't really see my letters. And then I did Bingo. Bingo is the little sister. I think they're both girls. I don't really know. I just draw. I just draw and come up with things so I can paint them. But I have to draw them first. I'm not really good at just painting whatever it is. So, oh, you're so sweet. These are I'm gonna sit them all down here. And I'll probably do one more little painting. Now this one will be quick, very, very quick, because I've drawn it before. Uh, I'm too tickled. Wow. You know what, you a good friend. You a good friend. I hope you have many friends, and I hope they realize the treasure that they have in you as a friend. Um, I just feel weird saying indigenous, but I'll just say indigenous. So I hope people realize the friend they have in you, because you are hilarious. You are hilarious. And Ivan, yes. Okay? Because I tell people this all the time. Insanity, okay? Like, if you don't want to do something or you don't like it, no one's forcing you to be in here. So it's just crazy to stay and comment like, oh my gosh, I don't like this. Okay, bye. When I don't like something, I just simply leave or I don't do it. You know? I don't know. And maybe that concept is just wild to people in this day and age, but I don't get it. I am from, I hate saying it. I'm from the United States, and I'm from Alabama. Hold the jokes. Hold the jokes. Because I'm not there now, but hold the jokes about Alabama. Oh crap. In my mind, I had it together. The jokes about Alabama? Well, see, you probably haven't heard them, which is great. Oh, dang it. Sometimes I'm such an old lady. Okay. Oh, and just I saw you where you said you're loyal. Oh, I don't think I know many Leos. They probably are. Um, Turtle Island. Oh. Oh. wait a minute. Okay. In New Jersey. Okay, New Jersey. Oh, Ivan, you're so cute. Well, I don't want to say it, but in Alabama, they like to say that everyone's related. Okay, so they make jokes about that. The joke is always, "Oh, do you kiss your cousin?" What? But that is normally what I get when I tell people I'm from Alabama, and I just walk away because people are weird. Hey. Oh, thank you. Let's see. Now, simply because I said I've drawn this before, now it's going to come out looking crazy. And it's not even that much to have to do. But this little quick one I'm doing, I'm going to do this one for one of my patients because I've been telling him for the longest that I'm going to bring him one of my paintings, and I just keep forgetting. What up? Oh, wait. Oh! Exactly what I said. But then you said Incest Central. At least you said it nicer, I guess. I don't know. Now, oddly enough, when I was in school, oh, okay. When I was in school, I do know someone that was in my grade who technically married their cousin, but it was like a cousin by marriage, I think. I don't know, but they married him, and I just thought that was so weird. But that's none of my business. I think they have 2 children now, something like that. But they're married, and it appears to be happily. I always thought he was interesting. I'll say that, interesting. Ooh. I don't know if my circle's gonna come out. Right. Okay. Ooh, please connect. Yes. Connect, connect. All right. Your grandfather's side are in Alabama. Okay. Oh, my family tree. I don't know. I'm not gonna lie. I have no idea. Like I have when a mommy and a daddy love each other very much. I have a mommy and a daddy, and I have a brother and a sister, and then I have a child. Unless you want me to go all the way up there. Oh, not all the way. I am 29, and I will be 30 on not this upcoming Monday, but next Monday. And I think I said it all right though. Like my mom and my daddy, and then my brother and my sister, and then I have one child. Because other than that, obviously goes to my mom's husband and all that. I'd have to do all that. That's a lot. Oh, wait a minute. See, I have been leaning down more, so I hadn't really paid it too much attention, I'll be honest. I haven't really paid it too much attention because I've been leaning down. And what would Juan think? You're so right. Hold on. If I go get the robe, I'll have to get up and we're gonna sit like this. Or hold on. Like that. He's so funny. He said I need to call him. Get your house in order, man. But see, you see, he left me. He left me and didn't say nothing. I know he probably saw too. But it hadn't been super, super cold all this time. Okay. I'm just doing this one, a little small one. Because I need to. I've been telling the client for the longest I was going to get him a painting. 30. Oh. Well, that's great. I'm so tickled. You see? So you did know. Oh, it started raining again. He said to 30 members. Now, here's the thing. I have a big family, so I could do that. Because if I go from my mom, I could go to my grandmother and stuff. And so my grandmother has 7 children. And so those 7 children have about 3 children each. So that would wash me out. That would technically wash me out of there. But yeah, I can go that far because we normally get together and have like family reunions. Do they have family reunions in Serbia? It's okay. I'm covering up. Then most of the time I see them all the time. Oh, well, thank you. I'm gonna draw some more on here eventually. Right now, I'm just being consistent with going live. I cannot. So I always need to make the circle easier for his eyes when I draw this. And last time I did something even bigger. But the tinier circle, I just say whatever, I'll figure it out. But for the big one, at least, I need a little guidance, a little help. And then this one can be however. Does SpongeBob have eyebrows? I don't even know. But I know he has those 3 little eyelashes. Well, shoot. We're going to go ahead and give him some eyebrows. Why not? Who I should draw next is Doodle Bob. That's who I should. I love that episode of SpongeBob. I should draw him next. Lord. It is Sunday, early Sunday, Easter Sunday. Lord have mercy. Now, okay, so oddly, I'll bring that up. I went to go watch Sinners yesterday, and the way he described to his cousin, like he was trying to teach him how to do that, it was so funny. He was like, you gotta find the pearl. and put pressure on it. And I was like, what the what? Everybody should go watch that movie. I thought it was great. And it's not, well, I like horror movies, so I actually can't say it's not scary because some people are very scary, I guess. It wasn't that scary to me because you automatically know that there are going to be vampires in it. So obviously it's going to be blood because vampires are in it. And it's not just vampires all the time, so it's not like blood throughout. Okay. So I'll paint this as well. I'll paint this as well, okay? Then I'll have to redo his tie because that was wild. So I'll paint my little chicks today. And then I'll do SpongeBob and eek. Oh my gosh. Please don't tell me I rubbed it and it messed up. Then I'll do Bluey. And I'll do Bingo sometime this week. Oh my god. Y'all are so funny. But yeah, so sometimes I'm just inspired to just draw, and then I'll be inspired to paint later. That one is lower now that I look at it. It doesn't matter. It's cute. Oh my gosh. Y'all are too much. Too much. What are y'all doing for Easter? I really have no plans, really, but just wondering if other people do things. Yesterday, my apartment complex, they had like a little Easter egg hunt, which kind of made me mad. Not for Juanito. Which kind of made me mad, their Easter egg hunt, because all they did was throw the eggs like in the yard, and the children had to race for them. And I was not happy about that because I feel like they need to work to find them. Okay. I feel like they need to work to find them. I mean, climbing in trees, going behind the air condition. They just threw everything in the yard, and the children just had to run and find them. Like, there are some grills you could have hid stuff in. They weren't being used. You could have hid them in the grills. Yeah. I was not pleased with that. I wasn't at all. Just for that, I may go to the store and go get some little cheap. Oh. Juan, you slick. You slick though, okay? Not Destiny or Future. You slick. Okay. She got like, I think it's hilarious since y'all know it's a little girl. But she's not little, she's 9. She got about 8 of them, and then they had like a gold egg too, so she got the gold egg too. They had 12 gold eggs, and she ended up getting one of the gold eggs. So she got quite a few of them. Yeah. I think I may, but see, if I do an egg hunt, we literally just be in the house with it because it's raining. I love outside, okay? That's why I keep getting distracted, like looking at it and hearing the rain. I love outside. and just getting fresh air. Now, normally I'm freaking out about these little wasps that's out here. They're little nests or something. I need to go get them. I could draw one more painting to one more, but I don't know what I do. I'm gonna have to paint. I could get started painting on my SpongeBob. Nah, I don't have the energy to paint right now. After I've drawn so much. I should draw Gary the snail. I think I will. Because it'll be so simple and easy to do. And I can do it on my canvases, which are smaller. So it'll be so easy to do. I think I will do those. Yeah, I think I'll draw Gary. Not right now, eventually. But I've drawn so much already. And I'm pooped out. So I'm gonna go play my Sims game. Okay. And cause some chaos there. And actually, but you know what? So Tyron, like Tyron Lannister. Okay. Tell me if I'm right. You know what? I'll stay and chat with you guys a little bit longer. I'll have to go get my coffee though to warm me up since, you know, you guys can tell I'm cold. I'll be honest, I don't know who that is. But I'll go look it up and have them say their name. What do I eat for Easter? So, when I was younger and everything, and my mom would cook and we do it at church, it would just be like, just soul food. So, greens, cornbread, baked chicken, fried chicken. They do some macaroni and cheese, but I don't like cheese, so I never ate it. And then banana pudding for dessert, and then little cakes, red velvet cake, and stuff like that. All right, I'm gonna do it again. Ty and Ron. Tyron. Okay, Tyron. So not Tyron, like Tyron Lannister, but Tyron. All right, I got it. Yeah, so, but that'd be all the things they'd have. Little foods like that. But now, I don't really cook anything big because people don't eat leftovers like they used to, okay? And I don't have time to be cooking too much and get mad. So I'm gonna make me some good old chicken wings. I don't like cheese at all. So I'm just, but for me, as far as a feast now, I'm gonna just, okay. I'll just get me some little chicken wings that I'm gonna put in the air fryer. And I use this raspberry chipotle sauce. Oh, it's so yummy. Oh God, it's so yummy. I love it. So I'll do that. Y'all are too much on this fine day. But prepare to see more of me and be sick of me getting on here bothering. Because, alright, I I plan on moving back home with my mom for just like a little bit. Just to, you know. So I plan on moving back to Alabama for just a little bit. And in that time, I don't want to start like a job and then have to leave. So I plan on getting here as much as possible, getting on here as much as possible until I can work on making this a little extra income. That way, until I get settled in my next place, I'll be fine. Which there's nothing wrong with living here. I just dang, I lost my train of thought. But yeah, there's nothing wrong with being in Texas, which is where I am. There's nothing wrong with being in Texas. I just need to go back home for a little bit with my mom. We'll just leave it there. Anyways, I'm gonna go get my coffee. Don't say crazy things in the chat when I walk away. I feel like I know who Mel Robbins is. Right now, I can't think. But yes, that sounds great. I'm not wonderful at meditating as far as like when people try to center like that, but the active meditation, moving, doing all that, and constantly going, I can do that one. I feel like I remember that name from something else. Little iPad. Let's look up things. I think I remember her from, I think, let me think. Like, No One's Coming to Rescue You. That was her, right? I think that's her. She said that. No one's coming to rescue you. But I have to look it up. Look at her. And get, because I went on a, I think someone earlier asked me, did I have any other hobbies? Hobbies. I like to read too, but I was reading unhinged books, okay? Very unhinged books. And I read some of my nonfiction, get it together things too, but I read that for a little bit, and then I read my unhinged books. And then I stopped reading for a little bit and got back to drawing. So I'm going to go get my coffee. Do good things. Now wait a minute. One, you something else. And then the Tubi books. No, okay, now I'll talk about the books I read when I go get my coffee, okay? Because we have to get into them. They're not all Tubi-ish. So I'll be back. Is this more respectful, Tyron? Goodness. Okay. There. No. Okay. I have to do that. Ooh, this feels better too. Anyways, they're not. Uh-oh. You return. Yay. So my books I read, they're not to be ish. They're more. Okay, I'm trying to think of a movie. Like a movie. And the first movie that came to my mind is like Taken. Okay? Like how that man would do everything. Oh my gosh. How that man would do anything to like get to his daughter and save her and stuff. It was most of the books I read when the men are unhinged in there, they're like that. But they do anything for their lady. And when I say anything, I do mean anything. Like if they look, like in some of the books I would read, if somebody looked at them too long, out of there. Now I don't like that in a man, for real. I would run away and call the cops on him and get him on out of there. But reading about it, it was nice because people are just so creative, and that's all I can think. People are so creative. So I don't think they'd make a Tubi movie like that. Most of those Tubi movies, they be foolish. And I like horror. I give up. I like horror movies more than anything. So Tubi doesn't really have any good horror movies. And when I'm watching horror movies, I don't like the how do I put it? I like the ones with ghosts and things like that. I'm not really a fan of like the monsters types because normally those monsters aren't really scary. But like those spirits, yeah. The Grudge, to this day, scary to me because the way that look creeped me out. And then when she was climbing or walking down the steps, scary too. So, yeah. Oh, look at you. Blessings to all of that you're trying to do. And that might be a connection for you there, hey. I'm just saying. I love I love that one too. I love going back to watch Tales from the Hood. And the second one with I can't think of his name. And I think it was the second one. Where basically he was telling the stories to this RoboCop. So I like that one too. I think that's yes. I love Keith David. And I couldn't think and I knew. Yes, love him. What I was going to say when I couldn't think of his name, I was going to say everybody's daddy, cause he normally somebody's daddy in some. Except in The Princess and the Frog, he was the bad guy. So he's the bad guy or somebody's daddy. But I think I like the I want to make sure I'm saying it right. Anthology type, where basically there's normally a story or multiple stories in there. I do like those type, and it's probably because of my attention span and like being able to like catch on multiple things. I do like that. What? Why? What? Is it because? Oh, okay. Now I'm being funny when I say this, but I have to say it because you said you maybe not loyal. Is it because I listen? Because I went and got the cover up. You know they like to say women don't listen, which they do. And it's warming up now, so the rain's probably going away. I have to look up campfire tales. Because here's another thing. I probably enjoy those unhinged books because I'm a little unhinged. If it's supposedly okay. If it's supposedly a horror, movie, and it's rated PG-13, out of there. I don't believe you. You're not a real horror movie to me unless you're rated R. So, yeah, I'll look to see, because if it's rated PG-13, automatically, if you could have been a 10 in the horror movie section for me, if you're PG-13 and you're calling yourself horror, you're automatically a 7. And that's at the best. You're automatically a 7. Because I need that creepy goriness. Like Saw, it's not necessarily horror though, but I love it. That creeps type stuff, and then a little thriller. Maybe that's what it is. Thriller and horror. So if you're a thriller movie, you can be PG-13 because you don't really have to do. You just gotta have a good plot, a good twist, and you can be a good movie. But if you're supposedly horror, I expect blood, I expect gore, I expect a lot of that. Okay, so you have to be rated R. That's just me. Like when I see horror movies, like trailers for them, and they're rated PG-13, I will not go to the movies to see them. Not at all. Oh, you see? What a man, what a man. I tell you. But no, seriously, I just can't. I'll wait for those movies to come on streaming services because I'm not going to enjoy it. I just know I'm not going to enjoy it. But hey, listen, when I do build it up, I'm not going to forget the people who were nice to me and supporting me. Screaming. They shouldn't. Oh wait, hold on. Yes. Yes, Tyron. They are. Most of them. And if you listen, you can avoid being scared. And I say that to say you hear the music, okay? My daughter likes to watch horror movies with me sometimes, and of course the slasher ones like Scream, I'll let her watch those because they're pretty. Yeah, I'll let her watch those. But I've taught her to listen. To listen to the music, because if you listen to the music, it's scored to kind of prepare you that something is going to happen, even if, like, because people crazy in these movies, they're searching for something, they hear a noise, so they go look. All right, they go look, and you'll hear the music building up, and they open the door, and then there's nothing, okay, and the music might stop, and then they turn around and there's someone there. But if you prepare yourself, you'll know something is about to happen. because they intentionally did that. So yeah, I try to teach her that. That's why I don't get why people be scared of them. Oh, not the penny. I need to go do that. I plan on doing my nails and my toes. I think that's gonna be something that I do for myself. As far as like on this week of me just doing things, I'm gonna go do that. Today, since it stopped raining, I thought about going to Costco and getting my popcorn. That's what I was gonna do. But yeah. You know what, Tyrone, you've given me an idea. I think I'm going to specifically do a video talking about movies. Because in another life, I'm also a movie critic. In my in my other life, I am a movie critic, I am a artist, and I'm a gamer. That is how I make my living. Okay, that's in one life. And then in my other life, I live on a ranch and I have cows and chickens and goats. And then in this life, I'm just going to try to have a little bit of all of that. But those are all my lives. And then, I'm scared to say this, I'm sitting on be forced. But, and then in another life, well, no, in my life where I also paint and do movies, like critique movies and stuff, I also sing a little. So, yeah. That's what I do. I really need to get better cups when I'm doing this, like when I'm making my little drinky drink. I need to get better cups. What? Ooh, look at me. I think I'm really getting comfortable with just sitting on here because I've been on here for an hour and I didn't even realize it. Just running my mouth and drawing. I need to get some coloring sheets and maybe do my drawing color with my markers, because I also have markers. I have paints, and then I have like the paint markers. I also have silky crayons, but I don't really like those. Don't really like those. Now, I went to Ross the day before yesterday. Maybe, I don't know, Thursday or Friday. I went to Ross and I bought me some more. Well, first of all, I bought me these pencils. Okay? I don't know what that is. Is it something you know what? When in doubt, open up the YouTube thing. Let's get on the internet. Gift page. What is that, just like on YouTube or something? Oh yeah, I do not. I don't go. And I used to do my grocery pickups from there, but I do it at our local grocery now. I honestly avoid Walmart as much as possible too. The only time I really, and I hate this, the only time I really have to go to Walmart is like I need a, I know I need a, when I needed a vacuum or something, because those are big things that I know for sure are there, and there are multiple of them that I can pick from, because I try to avoid Amazon too. which is hard for me because it's only hard for me because I use a. All right, I'm just telling all my business, but it's okay. You can probably tell. I don't have. I don't know what happened after I had a baby. I really just my eyebrows just said deuces. It's been cool. Okay, so I found a stencil set on there, and it's easy to just buy it that way. But luckily, I have enough, and I still have the stencils. So the only thing I have to buy is the little coloring for it, and that's until I decide to go do the big thing. Oh, listen, she needs that. If I could show you all my little paintings I did, I would do that. And when I'm on here painting or whatever, maybe I'll show her and stuff. All right. Okay, now one, I'm about to read what you said. Oh, okay. Oh. So okay, so you mean like a wish list thing? I could do that, but here's the gag. I am a very simple woman. I don't need much. Oh snap! Now Tyrone, you're gonna have to remind me what I said, because what's a lie? I don't know what's a lie. There's no telling. That I'm simple. I really am. Okay, I'm figuring out how to do this gift page thing. Obviously, when I get off of here, I'll know how to do it for sure, for sure. All right, let's figure that out eventually. Now don't laugh. I just figured out. So this, you're talking about like a gift page. I just figured out, like that I can make my screen like doing a green screen. I just really figured that out. Okay. You see, I just really figured that out. All right. So just know I'm still learning. The kid is still learning. Yeah, I've heard about Patreon. I just feel like I have to get my like for sure what I want to do. So first of all, I told myself I'm gonna go live every day until my birthday. All right. Which for the most part I've been doing, and if I haven't been going every day, I try to go twice the other day. On the next day, I try to go twice. So I've been doing really good with that, and just figuring out what I enjoy more. So I know I like drawing. I know I like painting, and I'm real big on movies too. I know I like movies. So and of course parenting things, because that's where like when I just made videos, that's what I'm doing too. And the parenting thing is healing for me, because I always knew that I just wanted to be a good mom and do like the right thing. And I hate to say all this stuff because my mom's not a bad mom. She's not a bad mom at all. And that sounds like so much like childhood trauma. It's not that. It's just certain things that growing up, I was kind of like, I know that's not right. And I knew when I had a child that I didn't want to continue those things, right? So I kind of like to talk about that as well. And I'll blame all my social work training on that, but even not, probably not. It's just you just grow up on things. And just realizing, I feel like a lot of people do not realize, or they do, but they don't really think about it. Children are literally humans. And yes, I know they know that because they came out of you, right? But they're literally humans, and they're little humans. And they're also, with that, with them being humans, they're also adults, okay? Meaning they have those same feelings and emotions. The difference is they're little ones, all right? So they don't know what that is. When babies are crying because they're hungry, you get hungry as an adult and you know to go get you something to eat. But the children, they don't know that, okay? You have to do things for them. So you have to teach them the right way, okay? So as they grow up, you teach them how to make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, right? So when they're hungry, they can make peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. When they get older, they'll know, hey, when I'm hungry, I make me something, right? The same thing happens when they have those big emotions, like being angry, being sad. A lot of people, okay, I'm getting into my real bag, I guess, because this is what I do for a living, which is helping people. A lot of people, my experience is in substance abuse, so you know where I'm going with this. A lot of people, they have been taught that to cope with things, and this is what they saw. You drink. You either drink or you smoke. That's what you're taught. Okay? Your mom came home from a long day of work. The first thing she did was get her a glass of wine. Okay? So that's what you saw. When it's been a long day or something, that's what you learned. That's how you cope with these things. When mom's upset or something, she fusses, she screams. So that's how you learned how to do it as well. Now, some people, they tell themselves, I don't want to be like that, so they intentionally try to do something different. But a lot of times, they end up falling into that same pattern. And it continues and continues and continues and continues. Until everybody's drinking. Everybody's smoking. That's another reason why they say when substance abuse, so like people who, if your parent was an alcoholic, you're more susceptible to becoming an alcoholic as well. And that's because it is genetically in you now, because it's been passed on. You've done it so much. You're predisposed to it. Okay? So, that's my little spiel of being serious. But yeah, so I spent more time with that, like wanting to make sure I do not do that. So I want to teach her how to be able to handle things. I want to teach her how to deal with things. And I want to put that out there to everyone else too, because that's honestly why we have all these people who get angry about things, because the parents don't know how to deal with when they're angry. So when the children get angry and they react in a violent or aggressive way, they saw that, they learned that is what. And if their parents didn't teach them that, they weren't monitoring what they were watching, what they were playing. A lot of people get mad about this when you say music influences and stuff. However, it does, because subconsciously it's in there. Oh, I just read what you said, because I got on my spiel. Because again, that's honestly where my bag is. That's eventually what I plan on doing, because yeah, that's it. But yeah, 8-year-old Destiny. What was 8-year-old Destiny doing? I don't even know if it's necessarily healing 8-year-old Destiny. That's what's crazy. But it could be. It could be 8-year-old Destiny. Oh, not venting. Well, it was venting, and it was also kind of like my well, I can't even say soft launch, because I don't even have everything, but it's almost like my soft launch of what I intend to talk about all the time, really and truly. So I know that Hermosa is beautiful, and Y is and. That's all I know for sure. Because I'm I intend to learn a little bit more because Spanish and French, I think, are the right ones, are like the romance languages, and so they sound so beautiful. Oh, okay, so I can guess. Um, Destiny eres hermoso de adentro y espero. I probably said that wrong, but it sounded nice. But you said I was beautiful inside and out. Look up one thing, you can find the rest of them. What is that? See, talking about some happy Easter. Girl, send the baby a basket, which I probably will not go buy a basket. I'll wait till tomorrow when it's on sale. Which is also what I do for Valentine's Day. Just saying. But yeah, so ultimately that's what I'll end up doing when I'm doing all the when I'm actually getting on here and making my videos and stuff. That's what I'll eventually lean towards. That's what I'll do more of. I just want for now be consistent with it before I start buying all this stuff, because I'm so nutty. I have this tripod that I've had for a while, and it never occurred to me to like use my tripod when I'm drinking my coffee and stuff in the morning, because I just felt like I could just prop it up on my table, which I can, but this angle is so much better. Like I literally can do anything right here if I'm sitting down. It's a nice angle. Then it's pretty. You see how pretty it is now? It's a lot prettier now. It was dark and dreary, and I have to keep looking at the creatures to make sure they're not about to fly, because they will come. I just, I'm gonna go get some wasp spray. I've said that a million times, but I'm gonna get some wasp spray. Unless there's like a natural way to get rid of the bugs. I don't know. I'm probably gonna get the wasp spray. Ooh. Let me see if I can find some of the books that I was reading before I run. Wait, did I have to read this one? Wait a minute. Okay, so these were like the type of books I was reading. Gray Huffington and stuff. And oh man, I bought Onyx Storm and I haven't finished it. I just started getting aggravated with it. And then like super romantic books, the gushy ones, I love those too. Kennedy Ryan, love those. So yeah. Is this the one? Then okay, so then all of these like, oh, can you see Pucking Around, Pucking Wild? I read all of those. And if you know those books, they're very much. Now, they're not unhinged books. They're just very graphic in a sexual nature. But they were good books. She at least had a story in there, but I did feel like they was hunching a lot. So there was that. All right. They weren't to be books. They absolutely were not. So I gotta finish this other book called When a Wolf Loves the Moon, and it's more like paranormal romance, and the author of I Love Her. Not Iceberg Slam. Cut it out. I didn't read none of those. None of those. But maybe I should read his books. See if I'd like them. But it depends on how they're written. If they're written nicely, I might give it a shot. But yeah. I guess what I was reading more so, like, I did read some of the urban fiction books, which I guess those could be the Tubi books. But some of them were very much not Tubi. They were, I don't know what I can and can't say on here, so that's why I'm pausing to think about it. They were very much soft corn books almost. When I read them, I figured that out. But yeah, they had some stories in there, but it was kind of almost the same thing. Like the pucking around book, it was a doctor who basically met a hockey player, and they had a one-night stand, and then she ended up going to work for his team, but she ended up liking the equipment manager too, but she still liked the hockey player. And so basically they all just got together, but the equipment manager actually really liked the hockey player, and they've been friends for forever. It was just a lot going on there, but it was very much poly. It was promoting, or I don't say just promoting, but kind of shedding light on the polyamorous relationships people have. So it was nice. Now, the only thing I thought was wild was the fact that I said those two hockey players, but she ended up liking another hockey player as well. So it was two hockey players, the equipment manager, and the one little doctor. Okay? You know? They would describe those scenes, and it just, sometimes it didn't make sense, but you know, hey, I had already started the book, and I'm terrible at just putting the book down afterwards. No! No, we were reading it with the book club. Like, I was in a book club, and so she was like, you know, read this book. And I was like, okay, because I was getting back into reading, and so I just was kind of trying to jumpstart getting back into reading, and that's the book she told me to read. And I said, Lord have mercy. It was wild. I'll be honest, I don't know how people do it. I think it's beautiful. I do think you can love multiple people if you want to, and if you're honest about it and you're truthful. I do believe you can do that. But 3? Oh, goodness. I don't know. And then she had babies, okay? And so, like, it's not funny, but she was, in the book, when she was pregnant and stuff, like, after she'd have the baby, they would do, she'd have to do the paternity on them, because obviously it was 3 different possibilities. But, I mean, you always know it was just those 3 possibilities, I guess. And they all knew about it, and they were honest, but yeah, you have to do a paternity test to see who was the biological dad. But they were all the dads and all that. But yeah, just like I don't understand. That's too much. That's so stressful. But again, they all loved each other, and it is a book, and I'm pretty sure there's someone who lives that life, but maybe not for, but I'm pretty sure there's someone who lives that life. I don't know. I think my longest time being on here was, oh well, technically my longest time being on here was like 4 or 5 hours, but that's because I put on my little rain sound and I fell asleep. But I don't think that counts because I wasn't running my trap. But as far as like running my trap, I think the longest I've been on here was 2 hours. And listen, I read those sometimes too. Like I have my how do I put it? My phases of reading. So like those books, they'll get overwhelming, and then I'll read like more of my nonfiction, self-help, what's the other words I want to put in them? I don't want to just say self-help, but like motivational. That's the one. And motivational books. I'll get into really reading those. And sometimes I read 2 books at the same time when I'm super into reading. But mostly my hobby is drawing and painting and playing The Sims. And when I play The Sims, I'm always trying to figure out how to get rich. But it's funny because when I play The Sims, I'm always like, the way I make my money is painting. So I feel like I need to tap into that, like paint more on here or draw more on here, because that's probably what I really want to do. They always say when you're go back to things you enjoyed when you were younger, and I really enjoyed playing The Sims, and I also really enjoyed drawing when I was younger. So wait, you mean not the Tubi books, huh? Okay, the Let Them theory. I have Kindle. Is it on my Kindle? I'll probably have to go to the... I'll have to actually order it. Because it doesn't look like it'll have it on there. You said suggest one of them. Okay. Because I was definitely about to say, I don't know about that one. You might be a little, I don't know. But I really enjoyed like the Year of Yes by Shonda Rhimes. I really enjoyed that one. There was another one. Was that one? It was the Year of Yes. Yeah, that's what it was. I really enjoyed the Year of Yes. And for me, because it talked more so, for me it was more so just talking about taking chances and kind of being open to things. So I really enjoyed that one. And it was kind of funny because when you look at famous people, sometimes you just assume that they do everything, right? Or any opportunity that they can have, they jump at it. But in her book, she didn't really say yes to a lot of things. She was kind of stuck in her ways. And yeah, she made her shows and everything, but she stuck to doing things how she wanted to. And she still had opportunities, but she could have had more opportunities if she opened herself up. And so she talked about her basically saying, okay, I'm going to do an entire year of just saying yes to things I would normally say no to. And it wasn't like extreme crazy stuff like, oh, if someone asks me for $10,000, I'm just gonna say yes. No, it was kind of like stepping out her comfort zone. She wasn't big on doing interviews, like live interviews. She wasn't really big on that. It would have to be pre-recorded. So, oh, okay, wonderful. Now I read them. because it depends on who's reading. I mean, who's reading it if I do Audible. But yeah, I don't think I told. There wasn't too much to tell, but I enjoyed it for that reason because it kind of just made me think about, okay, get comfortable being uncomfortable at times, because that might be the very break you need, right? So that's why I get on here, because I'm actually very shy. People don't believe me, but I really am. I'm actually very shy. Now, what did I lie about? I don't think I lied about anything. I try not. I hate to say I try not to lie, because that sounds like I just do it intentionally. But I do my best to just be honest with people, because that's what I want people to do for me. Yes. Now, with her reading it, wonderful. Because that's how I felt about reading Will. I think I enjoyed the biographies more. Like, kind of, because even like all the books I'm thinking about, I read Shonda Rhimes' book, I read Will, Jeanette McCurdy, loved her book too. And she actually read it, so I liked listening to it, and Will did. And it wasn't Becoming I read, is The Light We Carry, so I read that one too. So I probably should read Becoming and do more biographies, autobiographies. I enjoy those. And Kiki Palmer book too. I can't think of what it was because I read it so long ago. But I'm nosy. The people I enjoy, I'm nosy, so I like to listen to them. Okay. Get honest or die lying. That's crazy. Never. I might look that one up. But honestly, and here I'm saying honestly like many times, but yeah, really and truly, because when people are like, when you lie, you have to remember your lies. Yes, that one. It was really good, and she read it. When people are like, when you lie, you have to remember your lies. I forget sometimes what I've ate that morning, depending on how much I'm moving and going. So, expecting me to remember a lie, it's terrible. It's not going to work. But the book about her, like her mom, it was really good. And it kind of shed light on, for me, really, for that one, it really showed me how children really will do anything to please their parents, right? And it's our responsibility as parents to make sure we support them the right way and not take advantage of that. So yeah, it's important for us to teach them to be their own person and stuff, and do what they want, and also that we'll accept them and stuff, and that we'll support them. Yeah, we'll support them. And so and whatever choice they make, instead of influencing them to do things they don't want to do. Because it's so many, I feel like it's so many people who did something just because their parents wanted them to do it, and not because they wanted to. I almost decided to put myself through going to medical school and doing all that stuff because my parents or my dad was like, hey, you could be the first doctor in the family and stuff. And that felt good to me to think about that. But when I went in those science classes, hated it. Absolutely hated it. Why do I care about a plant? What am I learning about? Like, when I started those, I hated it. Chemistry, hated it. I liked anatomy. I was really good at that one, but everything else I hated. I wasn't interested in science like that. Hated math, but I wanted to try it. So my first year in college, I did all those classes. Boo. Terrible. Messed up my GPA. But then I found social work, and so that's what I did. Yeah, agreed. I think that's kind of why people are like Love on the Spectrum. People are so fascinated, like how they talk and how they are very open and they just say things, because we as a people are so used to masking and saying things to make people feel good. Now, there's a way to say stuff. Sometimes they say it rude, and so you can work on how they say it. But most of the time, that's the only problem with people who can't pick up on social cues. They don't know how to say it. What they said was not wrong. It's just how they say it. Like you might have on a ugly shirt, right? If they say your shirt is ugly, it may very well be an ugly shirt, but it's like how they say it and where they say it. Like if we're in the middle of this dinner and all of a sudden they're just staring at your shirt and it's like, that is an ugly shirt. And how, you know, it's embarrassing in that moment, but they may very well think the shirt is ugly. You can pull them to the side and say, that is not a nice shirt on you. They may not like it, but at least you're being honest. Laws of Human Nature. What was that book I read? I know that wasn't it. Cause there was another one I read too that was on this Kindle. Oh, that's what it was. Surrounded by Idiots. I read that one. I really enjoyed that one too. I really enjoyed that one too. So all these things, I'm gonna have to actually get a physical copy of it. So I don't have my Amazon on here. Okay, if I download the sample, then I'll remember to get the book. So, the Let Them theory, and I'll make sure I do that. The Let Them theory maybe even be at the Let Them theory maybe even be at the library, which support your local libraries if you're here. I'll do that. I'm hoping it'll let me log in and it'll just remember. Ah, yes. And I may be able to just do the PDF form on there. I may have to actually go to the library and get this one, which is fine. Well, no, it's Easter, so they will not be open. I'll just have to go to the store and get it. But, yeah. What's that? I'll have to go inside of the library because it doesn't look like they have that on here. Like they have a summary of it, but I won't actually read it. I looked up Robert Greene, and what they seem to have on here is The Art of Seduction, and I don't think that's the same. Well, no, it is the same guy, but that's what they have on here, The Art of Seduction. Yeah, that's what they have on for the library. The only one they have of it, so I'll have to just buy it. But I'm going to go to the little local bookstore and like support them. So that's what I'll do. I've been running my trap on here with you guys for 2 hours. I've drawn. I got my blanket to cover myself. I've talked about movies, talked about life, talked about everything. And yeah, that's normally how I go. Am I done drawing? I don't know. Because since I've talked now I may be inspired to draw more. Because that's what happens with me, because I have to keep going. Yes, it does fly by. It does fly by. Because I keep, so people, they're like go live and stuff on TikTok. I feel like I would do that to get more people here, but I think YouTube is more stable to me. I feel like there's too much about there. So I'll eventually go live on there just to say, hey, come on over here. Come on over here. You know? Like I may do it in that case, but other than that, that's too much. Oh. I'm so tickled. When I'm going to read this book. Now I can't tell you that I'll read it today. Unless, if it's on Audible though, I probably might be able to get it. And let me look, cause one, sometimes you say little slick stuff, so I need to see what a French self-portrait is. Like I feel like it's very much nude. Is this something? He said, now listen. Oh. The way he did that made me think of that little sound like on TikTok where they were like, where the guy, I think his name is Vaughn, and he was like, you know, when they was calling me when they was calling me fat or something, I was like, okay, I am a little chubby, da 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 da. Then they called me a fat bitch, and yeah, that made me think about that. I said I was not the jealous type, not stupid. Okay. I don't know whether. Well, maybe it really is. Now, when I Google it, it just says a regular French portrait. So maybe I'd have to just know what that means. Wait a minute. What happened to loyalty? It's okay. So eventually, okay. I need to get this together so I can actually do my streaming there. All right. Since it's Easter, everything's going to be closed. Well, except for Walmart. And Amazon. They're never closed. But to get those books, because I do want to read it. Or listen to it. It depends. It might be time to listen to some motivational things. Since I'm trying to embark on doing something different. Which, do I have a little bump there? Okay, that's fine. Let's see. Hold on. Y'all are so funny. Not your characters in question. What, you know what? Okay. What we may have to do is I may have to get consistent on times when I'll get on live, okay? And so, Juan, you'll have to get on live at a certain time. And then Tyron, you'll have to get on live at a certain time. But you guys can't get on live together. Does that make sense? So that'll technically be sharing, but you won't. You know? I think we can make this work. I'm just saying. Since I am the woman in the middle, I think I should try to help. And I'll draw and everything with you on and let you tell me sweet things. And I'll eventually have a gift page like you tell me to do. I'll listen. And then me and Tyron will talk about books that are probably good for me. And then he'll listen to my Tubi books, which I recommend at least one unhinged book, okay? That, not the Tubi book. No, listen, those books were wild. No, they were putting, it was too much. They were putting, they were too much. The ones I enjoyed the most, actually, it only would be those Tubi books if, I even hate to say it, one of you have to duel. That's normally how it goes. You have to duel. But they don't duel for real. But you'd have to duel. There'd only be one left standing. Those are the ones I really like. But that's because it's just cute, okay? It's just cute. My shorts, yes, my shorts are large. If that's a, well, no. Because these are little bitties. They may not be. Let's see. That's all. Whoops, I don't know what size they are. So never mind. But more than likely, yes. More than likely they are. So, all right. So I have one more drawing in me so I can wrap it up. So that's the other thing I need to learn how to do is when I wrap it up and get off of here, I need to learn how to do that. Because sometimes I'll just sit on here just popping in, see who'll pop in and who I can bother and talk to. Not a shark. Oh no. Y'all are so funny. I appreciate you guys for letting me bother you on this Easter morning. I probably need to check on, hold on. I'll come back and bother you guys in a second. I have to check on, what y'all call her? Juanita? Y'all funny. Yeah, I have to check on Juanita. I have to check on her, so one moment while I check on Juanita. So what I'll do is I think I will go ahead and paint one of my pictures because I've had it for a minute and I need to paint it. So since I'm on here, I might as well. So I've been saying I'm going to paint it for the longest, so I think I will. I'm gonna have to paint this one. Not a 360. Well, first of all, she was sleeping still because she probably stayed up till God knows when. And she probably thinks she'll wake up and not have to watch her little motion thing, but she will. She still will. And a 360, you're so funny. Y'all are wild, okay. So I need to paint this, okay? And I'm not ignoring you guys. I see your request. Yeah. That is who it is. So I have to use my blue. And my yellow. I guess everyone's getting up now, as far as my neighbors. Oh Lord, and they're fussing. Now, if I do this 360, will this be the... Yes, I do watch From. Now here's the thing. Since the show is still going on, I try to wait till until the season is complete before I start watching it, because I get irritated and I need to know what's going on immediately. Not I like the cuddle after them. You're so funny, but I'll be honest. No, I don't. I don't be scared. I'll watch them again. I really need some help. Like the that little series on Netflix with Jeffrey Dahmer. I watched it multiple times. Do with that information what you will, because I'm just nutty. Yeah. So the thing with this is I have so many little things here, right? So with me painting, I probably should not paint, but I'm going to, because I also have, but with me painting, since I'm going to paint, I have my paint markers to do. And oh my gosh, fine. But you know what? If I do this thing, I expect whenever I make this page of gifts, you'll be the first one. Correct. I need to have not verbal confirmation, obviously, but I need chat confirmation that you'll be the first one. I'm looking for the confirmation. Wait, let me respond to this. Oh, season 3 been over? Oh my gosh. In my defense, I've also been working 2 jobs and trying to make this something. So, okay, I'm gonna look it up. And since you did the hands, I'm talking about the gift page, but I'll probably forget to do it. Okay, I'm gonna get up. Let me do his hair, because then I'll have to paint that. I really want to go to the store and get me some more paintbrushes, honestly, but this will do. All right. Let's see if I fix it. Okay. have to put it back down so I can get it together. So hold on. Let me fix this little thing. All right, is that how you do it? Okay, there we are. Okay, have my little slippers. Then I have to put it back down so I can paint. All right, hold on. Turning around. And you said another one, so hold on, I'll go the other way. And I even did sound effects. How nice am I? Just saying. I even did sound effects. So, don't ever say I didn't do anything for you. Honey. I do have an easel, but it's not always the best. Like the way I concentrate, or like the way I'm doing things sometimes, the easel is not sturdy enough for what I'm thinking of or what I'm trying to do. I'm screaming. Screaming. And I like painting outside because I have like the natural noise. Instead of like having the music going and stuff, I'll have the natural noise. I'll probably be on here painting this for a minute because it's gonna, because I have to get everything together. So I was using the silky crayons or something, but they were terrible. Oh God. I thought we agreed that you guys were gonna, you know, we didn't make the rules for when you guys are in the live together. Okay. We did not make the rules for when you guys are in live together. So, you know, whatever. But you both can't say that I never did anything for you. See how attentive I am? And I tell you what, when I become a big time person, I'll even still do these little lives. So I don't first see I always say this, I don't want to be famous. I just want to make more money or make a little extra money. It's already work enough. But I don't need to be famous. I don't want people coming up to me saying, oh, hey, you do that. No. If only 1,000 people know me and those 1,000 people are helping me with having extra income, I'm fine with that. Really fine with that. Uh-oh. Lord, no. And what was that? Not retire her. You're so funny. Lord is your shepherd. So I think his hair being blue is all I'll need. Right? And then everything with this one is going to have to be the smaller one. This is the other thing that sucks with doing this stuff, is the fact that he has the robe on, so I'm going to have to, it needs to be a white robe. Well, not robe, oh my God, lab coat. His lab coat, I have to do that. but I'm going to have to mix it up with something so you can actually see it, and then I have to outline it. So that's the thing. Screaming. So this is the, oh man. So this is the picture that I actually drew from when I was making this one. Of course, it's not perfect because I probably could have made them bigger. I need to work on like my what is it, proximity? I think I need to work on that when I'm drawing. So I just do both of their hair first. Because what's going to happen is I'm going to have to use my paint markers for more details because I don't have the little paints that I could do it that way. So I'm going to have to use my paint markers for more details. I think I can, let's see. Did I do this right? Yeah, okay. So we can do it that way. I'm moving it over. I can sit out here all day as long as the creatures don't come. And by creatures, I mean the wasps. Yes. Because it's more so because I'm ADHD. So my attention span goes everywhere. And then I'll have a bunch of different interests. Like throughout this whole thing, I'm actually quite funny normally. Like I might tell you a Laffy Taffy joke eventually, but I'll do multiple things and to keep myself in line and stuff. Eek. I have a million different interests, and I wanted to make a page just doing that, just being myself. Like some people, they'll do the reviews. I don't have that in me to do the reviews. Okay, hold on. Wait a moment. BRB. saw the curtain move. So I thought the child needed me. But no. Alright. Back to what I am doing, which is just Rick and Morty. Is one. Oh my gosh, you're so funny. I mean, yeah. I just feel like it's common courtesy, especially if it's almost abrupt. You know, like, oh, I've just left. I think that's how, honestly, people, like when they get big and stuff, when they blow up, they're inconsiderate of people because they just expect them, like, oh, you liked me when I was doing this, so you'll like anything I do. I don't have to be appreciative of you in any type of way. And I think that's so stupid. Like, I hate when, like when people who are rapping or whatever, right? When they start, yeah, that's true too, but I think apologizing for stepping away is considerate. But like when people, like famous people, they use a certain group of people to get popular and they get popping and stuff. And then when they get popping, they may say or do something that people don't particularly like. All right. And so then they start that, well, I don't need y'all. Da 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 da. Actually, yes, you do. These are the same people who got you popping. Just saying. Well, yeah. And listen, even if you just leave this going, because the other thing is reaching those watch hours and stuff. I just started. So, I'm not exactly there yet, but I think if I work hard enough, I can get to monetization by the time I go back home. Ooh, his pants are brown. Wait, but are they the same brown? Let's see. I can use that brown and mix it up. Wait a minute. Now let's talk about us, and then boom, there's one. That is so funny. Like, that is exactly how that is how my Tubi books go. Just saying, you're falling right into it. That's normally how my Tubi books go. Like, where they think everything is okay. I'm just saying. And all of a sudden, boom, they're there. That's what happens. Uh-oh. I think everyone is waking up now. So I might hear more of that. She sounds upset. Alright, and so I'm doing these pants, and what I'm going to have to do is get my black marker. So funny. I'll have to get my black marker and actually make it pants. I think for his pants, I'll just go ahead and do this brown, since it's what I have. And if I would have been thinking, I would have did it the entire time. But yeah, this is quite honestly what always ends up happening. When I'll get on live and I'll say, oh, I'll name the live one thing, and then I end up doing a million other things. I probably should just name my live like Neuro Talks. Just every time, just do Neuro Talks. Or name Neuro Nanigans. I think I like that. Like maybe do Neuro Nanigans. Uh-oh. No! You're fine. You're so funny. Neuro Nanigans. I think that's what I'm gonna name it though, really. You guys have helped me think of something, so I think it's just fine. Now his leg is gonna be looking crazy until I outline it with my marker. Until I outline it, then it'll look a little better. Destiny's what I sound like? Well, yeah, that could do as well. So I don't exactly have the color I want, so I'm gonna mix some gray with this blue I have and see if that'll work. If I'll get the effect I'm trying. Still too dark. Probably need more gray. Because the shirt is like lighter than his hair, obviously. Uh-oh. Oh my gosh. That's so funny. You know, I wonder if that is also a Leo thing. Is that a Leo thing as well? Okay, so I think this blue will do for his shirt. Another thing of me just looking at something and just making it work. Because I think this is, let me show you. Let me show you. Okay, Destiny, work your freaking tablet. Eek. JK, I'm not going to show you. But I like this color for his shirt, so we're going to go with that. Because honestly, this is probably the color I should have used for his hair. But it's fine. Not this early. You're so funny. Okay. It's so tiny. I have to do it. And get a different. That was dark brown. I guess I'll have to use the light brown for his belt. Probably should have done that opposite. Okay. Too much, too much, too much. You can probably tell I enjoy painting and drawing the same, all the same. Oh, let me watch. Wait a minute. What? Stop saying that. I'm so tickled. Okay. And I guess I could get a gold. I want you to know I'm not ignoring you. It's just when I get in the zone, I start getting in the zone. And as I see more of my paints, because okay, so I'm reaching off, but I have an entire little thing of my paints. And where did I get them, you ask? From Ross. I quite honestly would go in Ross and spend buku money, which is why I have to stop myself from going in Ross. Cause I'll just buy whatever. Not the rose. You know, as I get older, I see why people get those items and just, you know, get down. Cause it's a nice little stress reliever, I guess. Which it is. It releases certain endorphins and stuff, so makes sense. And I prefer people to do that instead of going out there and making all these babies. Not the toy. Who's gonna buy it? I just did this any type of way because I didn't do his fingers. I forgot his fingers. Oh my god, I'm crazy. Okay. I have to do this, the stuff around his mouth, like how he has the drinking stuff. I'm going to have to get a little more gray again. I think that'll help. Okay, I think a little bit of gray will help. Not the rose stuff for your wildflower. This is going to be brighter than I want it to be, but it'll have to do because I don't have another color. And of course, when I go back over it with my pencil, I'll be able to do all that. They are getting wild over there, okay? Okay. What I should probably do now is this couch, because the couch is rather big and okay, we're gonna rock with this pearl green. Not the Drew Hill. I'm going to, well, which you probably can see it a little bit. I'm going to actually pick it up and show it after I do this, after I do the sofa. Might be time to get some more because it's not a lot. I need to make sure I don't flick some paint on my nose, which is something I would do because I'm just so cool like that. All right, so let's get this together. Okay, see, I've gotten into my painting now, so I've gotten quiet. Forgive me. I'll have to do. I may end up using this entire thing. Well, that is a thought. Ooh. I have to be really, really careful because, like I said, there's a lot of little bitty pieces with this, and trying to make sure I do that appropriately is wild. Once I finish the couch, I would like say, oh, look what I've done. Because I'll have to do the back, like the background of this entire thing. Which, I'll be honest, this couch, I just really threw it together. I'm screaming, no, absolutely not. Delete, delete, delete. Okay, let's see. Now that, let's see which, these are basically the same. Yeah, I need some more. I know I need to give me some more paint brushes. Right one, you hear them cutting up. And then on the Sunday, remember this correctly. This should be right. And this is the other thing with me painting it like all in one sitting. Ideally, I know what I should do. I should paint one part and let it dry and then come back and do the rest of it. Because then I'll be able to do the little tiny things that'll make it pop, but not the red room. Now here's the thing, I watch too much horror stuff, so immediately I thought of the creepy thing from Haunting of Hill House. Listen, when I'm in my creative time, I really get into it, so you have to forgive me. I'm not tense, I'm just focused on it. Which I'll have to do the seat, oh my god. Looking at this, I can't believe I did it like this. But I'll have it figured out and situated. So once it dries, I'll be able to outline my sofa. But right now, I just want to mostly get the color in here. I just wanted to get the color. And then I'll do, I'll probably just outline it in black so you can just definitely see what's going on there. And it'll also, any imperfections that were more than likely definitely made, you won't notice them as much, okay? Oh. How do you know that I'll be sitting there washing dishes? Which normally I am. I do a lot. I do a lot. You know, in all this chatter, you know what you guys haven't talked about? How, you guys getting together and getting my birthday gift. I haven't heard any of that, or is it a secret? Is it a secret? Maybe it's a secret. Okay. There we are. Oh, not a new frontal enclosure. Here's the thing. I already bought me another wig. I already bought me another one. And it's red. Well, not red, because that's fire engine red. It's more like this color. Gingerish. What? Right. Not the handcuffs. And I was getting all excited listening. Not one coming in having to switch the roles. Y'all are so funny. Okay, so eek. Why didn't no one say paints? I should have known. Should have known you were coming with something. So for the skin, I don't really have any skin tone. Oh wait. All right, so I'm gonna wait. I did say I was gonna show y'all after I did the chair, but we're gonna wait. Cause I need to figure out how I'm gonna do the skin. Which for Morty, it'll probably be easy to do this peachy color and mix up some of this little yellow I have. Some of this yellow I have, mix that in there. Do that. Probably do some more of the peach. So I don't have any skin tone colored ones. So maybe, yeah. I think that could work. I might need a little orange though. Oh. I looked down for a minute and you guys have ran amok. I need a orange. I think if I do a little bit of orange, that might be exactly what I need, but I don't know. But if it's not, that's what I'm going to use though. Oh, crud. I probably needed some more. That's 70-30. Oh, screaming. Y'all are so wild. So I've done, I'll probably have to go back over it with a little bit more of a lighter yellow. Because I was trying to create a skin tone. But probably should have stuck with what I originally had, but he looked too yellow. Now he's gonna look too orange, but whatever. You'll see after I finish. After I put on here. Technically I made his body too long too, but it's okay. That's the other reason why you should let it dry. An abstract. I probably should. I could have done his hand a little bit more, like a little longer than I did it, but I did not. Actually, the more I paint with this, I actually do think I like this skin. But I use this as a skin tone. But Rick is more like a bluish gray. Like a grayish color he has. So his will not be this color. He's gonna look gray. Rick, anyway. Now, with doing his face, I'm gonna finish it. But I have to make sure I do not, like where my eyeballs are that I have for him, I have to make sure I do not screw that up. Because even if I cover up the eyebrows Even if I color over the nose and stuff, that's something I can easily fix and come back with. I can easily do that. I can, it'll be so easy to do that. It'll be easy to fix like little minor details with the face. I'll easily be able to do that. I try to wait for it to dry before doing that. I keep hoping that with being outside, it'll dry quicker, but that doesn't seem to be the case. Okay. Do his a little bit for his, I think I'm going to actually do pink, like a pink tone. Oh wait, hold on. Wait, who's, not the future. So funny. Sometimes I think about turning on music, but I'm not trying to get flagged or something. Tyrone, I thought you were going to the lake. What happened to the lake? Not that I'm rushing you away or anything. I just thought you were going to the lake. There are a lot of around 2. New Jersey, is that Central or what's the other one? Eastern? Oh, and I bet it'll probably be so pretty around that time. And now I'm gonna be nosy again. Are you going by yourself? Wait, what'd you say? I didn't respond to that. Well, I didn't look at that before I start asking questions. You're so funny. I told you one, we're gonna have to figure out times. Okay. We have to figure out times. We're gonna get on a schedule. We're gonna make this work. We're gonna get on a schedule. That's what we're gonna do. Okay, so I did a skin tone and I probably could, I'm sorry. I did a skin tone and I probably could just do a I probably could have did it lighter, but you know what? This is my interpretation. Let's go with that. So with Rick, his skin tone is like a gray. So I need to do that. And like I said, the bluish gray. But which gray will I do? Or, actually, I thought about something else. Oh, that was so funny. I don't know what all those things are. Private chat. Is that something on here? I don't know what all this stuff is. I pretend like I've never been on YouTube before, which I have not in this capacity. So just pretend like I've never been on YouTube before. Because I've already learned that I need to do whatever this gift page is. Don't know how to do that, but I probably could figure out how to do that. And so what I'm doing here is the peachy gray. I think that'll be a good skin tone for him. Since it's like a gray color, I'm going to do the peachy gray. Hold on. What did I do? Oh, I need to go walking later too. I did say one day I was going to like stay on live all day. Maybe today's that day. Actually, I won't say that. Maybe a good bit of the day. This isn't perfect, but it'll do. Excuse me, excuse me. A little burpee. You probably can't hear it, but it happened. I'm also on call for work. I need to go see if those people called me. Which they shouldn't have. They shouldn't need me for anything. I'm tickled. No, absolutely not. I think you should use your imagination. You said it's your, we're together and things, so it looks just like your bedroom. Right? Is that what you're saying? I need to stop my shenanigans and stop bothering you. This color really came out great for his body, actually. Oh man, thought I was gonna sneeze, but it went away. See, we're on the same page. Okay, let's see. Now, here's the thing. Once it actually dries and stuff, and I'm able to go in with my handy dandy marker and do everything, it'll come out exactly how I want it to. Because I am an amateur. Yo, this is not funny. But one time I was on here and I was painting. And I hadn't finished yet. And someone was like, ugly. Of course I went ahead and removed them because what are you in here for? But like I wasn't even finished. Shucks. I definitely did this skin color for Rick. Because it's gray, but it's not super, super gray. I put a hint of the pink in there, or the peach, so it would kind of look like a skin tone. Okay, wait. Not the romance. Okay, what do you think my favorite food is? Let's do that. Let's try to guess it. What do you think my favorite food is? If you had to guess, don't say nothing crazy. Well, say whatever you want, because I want it to be from the heart. What you think it would be? I don't remember what the background was for this. Hi again. Thank you. I want to go ahead and show it, but I also want to go ahead and do my background before I show it. That's my problem. I get into it and I want to do the background. I think it's a eek, 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 eek. Another thing I should probably attempt. Thank you. Other than me, pasta script. Tyrone, you are too much. No. I'm not a pasta girly. I will eat it, but I'm not a pasta girly. Juan, are you gonna guess? Ooh. Now that's not my favorite, but Juan, you would have won. Because I do like me a little shrimp and I do like it spicy. Tyrone. But really, it's so basic. What I'm about to say. You're gonna be like, God dang, I can't believe it. But I love chicken wings. Hold on, give me a moment. Like the wingettes and the drumettes, and I like them either lightly fried. I'm so stop it. I like them either lightly fried or like going in the air fryer naked. I think they're called naked when you don't put any breading on them. I like them either naked or lightly fried, and then whatever seasoning on there. And then this is my favorite, my absolute favorite thing, but it's not an actual meal. It's just a snack. But I love popcorn. Love it. I will literally go to the movie theater just to get the popcorn because that's what I like. What was the point of the yellow? What was that? Where was I going with that? Okay, I saw it in the background of this. That's what it was. I probably would have been better off just putting a little bit of the paint on the canvas and going like that. Probably would have been better off. Oh, no, not the skinny pop. Listen, I'm sure you noticed, I am a thick girl, okay? I try to eat right sometimes. In moderation, that's what they say. In moderation, but I love me some regular popcorn. And then I'll put me some hot sauce on top of it. Don't get me started. I might go pop me some popcorn now. I'll put me some hot sauce on top of it. Yes. It can be extra butter, but it has to have hot sauce on it. Lemon pepper. Do you like lemon pepper? Is that what it is? So we can share. Because I want to be, what do you call it? I want to compromise. But I like them spicy. And that seems so basic, the hot wings, but that is me. I love the hot wings. Don't give me all that extra fancy stuff. Don't say no crazy thing like no steaks and all that. Like, I'll eat that, but oh no. Very simple. And then I like them to be a little crunchy as well. Crunchy and spicy. Listen, I know when I do, especially if you do them without the breading, the chicken wings are actually very healthy. Or, I don't want to sit there and say, like, just definitely healthy, but it's not as bad as when you get the entire, like the Personally, I think boneless wings are worse. Or not, I don't want to say worse, but boneless wings probably aren't as healthy. Because most of those are always breaded. I have a tattoo on my thigh. I do. I have that one, and then I have another one. I'll show the other one after I finish painting this. I mean, is that okay? I have a chicken snake. But yeah, they do be like the naked ones. Now wait, now you said double fried. I don't know about double fried. Like when they don't have the bread on them though, I think they could still be fried. Cause I just throw them in the air fryer. Cause I do like them crispier and doing the rub on them, but not always with the breading. Because some people, when they, like if I don't cook it myself, some people, their breading is too salty for no reason. That's why I said lightly fried. Like if I am going to put the breading on them, light. No worries, Big Mama. Y'all are so funny. Okay. This was the color Frick. Ah, yes. I don't remember what color it was. This is the color I was supposed to use to. Yes, I'm about to just do it like this, so I can maybe get it together. Okay. Honestly, I like the crispiness that I get from a flat. Like when it's crispy like that, I like the crispiness I get from a flat. But as far as like trying to make, like if I'm trying to not eat too many, I do like the drums because they're more fulfilling. Golden yellow, I have to do more. Don't want to just plop it on there like that, but I'm gonna have to. Now I hope that this color I picked will cover up the silky crayon that I had. That was just not, it's not good. Eventually when I actually try to paint correctly, or not only want to say correctly, or like technique, like if I was actually focusing on technique, I want to make sure my strokes are a certain way so it'll look uniform. Eventually I'll do better at that, but for now I keep it in mind and attempt it as much as possible. Does it always happen? No, but I do try. Also, you probably guessed I drew this myself. I just copied. I looked at the picture and did it myself. One. Wait, I'm supposed to show my tattoo on my thigh. I still am. I pinky promise. It's just since I put the dots of the paint on here, I gotta make sure I at least spread them out so they don't dry in that one little color. Ooh, please, please, please. Okay. Okay, I'm about to show the tattoo. Oh no, I'm not. my handlers for the day have said I will not be doing all that. I'm sorry. Can I show a picture? What? Don't do it like that. So funny. Now, I'll be honest, Tyron. Viper was in here before another day when I've been on here on all my a million days. I need to figure out where it is. When did I get this tattoo? In 20... Let's see. I know it's somewhere in here that I got it. Oh my gosh, where is it? Because the girl, when she did it, she was so tickled about me. Dang, where is it? You can't see the full picture. Also, when I find this picture, see, I wasn't looking. So I've been looking for the picture. Okay, fine. You know, you guys are a little bossy. Just thought I'd say, a little bossy. Ouch. Okay, hold on, okay. Ew. Alright, so to be more showing it, okay? So it's a lady with a bunch of flowers. Okay, whoop, let's not fall. So it's a lady. Okay, she's seated. All the flowers are in her hair, and they're different colors, which you can see, and she has a cute little shirt. So there's that one, and then probably this one that you saw. It's nothing too major. Yeah, and then I have another one on my foot with my anklet and stuff. So there. We've seen all. Well, not all my tattoos. We've seen majority of them. Here's another one I have on the long sleeve. Oh, can you see it? Okay. Am I doing it right? I feel so old. Okay, there we are. So we have quite a few. I have one on my back, which is a puzzle piece that I got with a friend when we were in college. I'm gonna tell her that I was talking about her on live. No. You are so wild. Now hopefully it's drying and I'll be able to come through and do my outlining. Y'all, I started panicking. The little bees flew away. Not your initials. Now, I'll be honest, Juan. I ain't never did that, okay? Tattooing initials or nothing on me, okay? And names, oh my God. Because I remember a girl, if she ever see this, well, it's not like I say her name. But I'm going to want to tell her that I talked about her on live, but not necessarily talking about her. But she was with a guy, and he had tattooed her lips, like on his neck, and was still out there cheating. I was like, wow, that's crazy. That's crazy. So, I don't do all that. Now we can get a matching tattoo. I know, that's why certain stuff I don't say. But the longer you sit on here with me, you'll catch it. You'll hear it. And you'll be like, dang, I knew she was from Alabama. You'll hear it. Or she's from down under. Well, not down under, that's Australia. So I'm not from there, obviously. But you'll hear it. There are certain words I strategically avoid as well. Like how a few people, when they would pop in here, they'd say hi. H-I, they'd say hi. I avoid that word. Because if I go too fast or something, I'll be like, hi. And you'll hear it. Oh. Be safe, Mississippi. You did say your part of your family was from Alabama, though. I mean, part of your family was from Alabama, though. Granddaddy. Am I correct? I think I remember you saying that. Charge it to my head, not my heart, if I got the wrong person. I know you said your granddad, maybe? I think so. I actually could take some of this and put it in here in the background. Okay, so I think I'm ready to show you my progress now after I do this other little side. Oh, well, most of the time. Now, sometimes I'm not. If I have to be honest, what do they say, like, know your flaws and stuff? Mine is that I can be flighty, which you probably picked up on. I can be flighty. And I don't, and so like my flighty, this is why I stopped washing dishes. Now, let me finish. I stopped doing the water, like pouring, tongue tied. I stopped making dish water, okay? Because I would start on the dishes and then get distracted and do something else, and I'd forget the dish water was in there. And then it ended up getting cold, and I'd have to either warm up the water or something. So to solve that, I used a little scrubby sponge and stuff. That type of flighting. But one thing I don't forget is paying those bills, okay? I do that on time. I'm not trying to get not snatched up from my home. That's what I'm not trying to do. I'll be honest. If it's who I'm thinking, and I'm going to say the first thing that came to mind, that was the one who was cheating, right? Like he got his side chick pregnant, and she was saying a bunch of stuff. Is that the one? Now you can say yes or no, but that's immediately who I thought of. Which, that's the gossip side when I see gossip stuff. I'm pretty sure he's a great player, but I don't watch baseball. That's just how I remember him. But that could be the wrong one. And if it is, I'm sorry. But I think that's the right one. I think. I hate all that record. What was the reason. Like, there's no reason doing all that. Okay, so with this painting or with the picture, there was like a little. It was a portion of the stone. You said you don't know about all that. I'll look them up. I'm looking it up, so hold on. Yep, that was him. That was him. But you know, hey, I guess when you got it like that, you do drunk. He juggling all them women. He got distracted. Okay, that's it. We ain't gonna talk about your cousin. I'm pretty sure he's a good player. That's all I'll say. That's my only dig. But you know, here's my thing. About that, like them blasting all that stuff, you know, what if they had an agreement? You know, like being open or something. What if there was an agreement? And people that made it a whole thing. And it could have been agreed. They could have been agreed upon. Do I think it was? Absolutely not. But I'm just trying to give him the benefit of the doubt. Now with these colors I'm doing, it's because it looked like that's what it was in the back of the picture. But I'll be honest. I should have just made the background maybe a dark space or something. That's what I should have done. I don't even remember what brown that was. The light brown. Okay. You're going to the gym? Don't. You said you're going to the gym? Well, have a wonderful workout. Thank you for letting me bother you for this time. I'll be back on tomorrow. Maybe, may even be on here later. But when I get on here later, and if I'm painting with my child, I will turn the comments off. Because, you know, that's the right thing to do. And then you said the to be reasoning. Whatever. I'm not blowing up the spot. Not necessarily the to be reasoning. It's just trying to help people, you know, live their best life, I guess. Do what you want. I don't know what time right now. Because I have to see if she's done everything that I need her to do. And then I'll probably make me something. Because it is, gosh darn it, it is 12 o'clock. Oh my God. I've really been on here for a good little minute. I may end up fixing this yellow that I have here. I don't know. I don't know, but I'll have it. Hey, I know. I figured that was the truth, but next Friday. Now next Friday I can definitely I can definitely be up. Make sure I'm on here around 11. That'll be my birthday week too, or leading up to my birthday, so I'll do a lot of stuff. Just be on here all the time. My initial goal was to get to well, I'll definitely do that. Get on here at 11 or something, so I can see how your week was. But my original goal was to get to 100 by my birthday, which I've managed to do. And now it's just to keep going. Yeah, it's a lot going on in this background for this picture. I'm not exactly pleased with it, but I probably could have quite honestly just did the entire thing this brownish gold color. Like I said, when it dries, I'll be able to just do those things. Oh, y'all are so funny. Okay, hold on. I heard a knock, so that's more than likely the child telling me that she has done what she was supposed to do. So hold on. When I do that, I'll flip it to show you what we're working with, and I'll have to do outline the pillows and do all that stuff and fix what I did. So, one moment. Yeah, I've been outside. Yeah, she's finally up, which not surprising. All right, I think I could. I keep changing when I say I'm gonna show you. It's not intentional. It's just when I realize I can do something, I get excited about it. Okay. Now all the black is gonna just go together. And that one is gone. You never know, he could pop back up like a ninja. You just never know. Ew, of course it being straight, I can't do that. say I chose already. You're so funny. You said we were gonna have wings. Wings by the lake. I didn't choose. I did not choose already. From the angle. Thank you. But we're gonna see when like I said, once I know that it's dry and stuff, it'll be even better. And the pen is probably a little more, not the foot massage. I'm ticklish. Just being honest, I'm ticklish. One thing when I'm doing this part where I'm outlining and stuff, I always worry that it'll be too much, but that's all I have. So we're going to have to go with it. A good bit of this should be dry, so I should be able to do, I actually should be able to outline all of it. And then I'll see where else I need to paint. And of course I could have done like a color, a gray color. I think I have a gray that I could have done. No, my family was and is still very religious, so everything was heavily religion based. So that was what they passed on to me. Religion. In church every Monday, Wednesday, and Sunday. That was my family. The closest I ever, like, really, I guess, got to knowing anything that way was my granddad. He was close, or he was like friends with, I don't even want to say friends, but like he was cool with people who possibly were previously in the Klan or had family that was in the Klan. He was a good Negro. No, not a Jehovah's Witness. I was Baptist, and then it was more so non-denominational. We ended up going towards that. But I believe in a higher power and things of that nature. You know, obviously I said something about Easter, so I believe in like a higher power and stuff. I just believe a certain way it's done and stuff. So. Alright, so I can go ahead, I know this gray or whatever is done, so I can go ahead and get under here, go ahead and do his nose, go ahead and outline his ears, which there's that. I could have done his hair outline because I know I have that blue, which I think I'll do that for his hair. I could have done that. Okay. Yeah, and I think that's more so the thing I prefer to say is being spiritual. More spiritual than religious. Because religion have people saying crazy stuff. And I maybe I shouldn't say it like that. Maybe not crazy. It's what they believe and stuff. So okay, but religion be having people cutting up. I was watching this interview of this one lady where she was like, you know, her faith had her. What did she say she was doing? Her faith had her ironing her husband's clothes while he went to go see his side chick. And I said, huh? That spirit left right on off me. I don't understand. But ooh, no, okay. Teeth are gonna be a little off. Just because I do not have a good thing to do that. So my teeth gonna be a little off. Hey, listen, she said that she was graced by God to do that, so. Okay, girl. What the kids say? Okay, girly pop. That's what she believes. I need to get me another pen or another paint marker. Another one that's very, very fine point, because this one isn't very fine point. But it'll still get the job done. Yeah. Most of the time, that's exactly what it is. Let's see if this is the right brown. Probably not. Okay, hold on. Yeah, that's not the right brown. Probably just do black. But this should be the right blue for it. Can I go? Okay. I should have done his hair, the outline of that. I should have done that in the blue, but that's okay. I've had this painting for a minute. It was just sitting there. So, I've done that. Maybe I'll do the okay. No, but I do therapy. I feel like with the psychotherapy, no, how should I say it? Yes and no. I don't have a doctorate in it, but I have my master's in it. So I have my master's in social work. I do work with children. It's not my favorite. I actually enjoyed working in substance abuse more than I did with children. And yeah, I'm ready to stop working with them. They're not enjoyable to me. Because most of the time with children, you need to work with their parents because their parents are the root of the issue that the children have. It's not to blame the parents or nothing like that, but most of the time they're the root of it. Because how they're teaching them to react to things and stuff, if I'm teaching them a more appropriate way to handle their anger and they're still seeing the parents doing crazy stuff, it's counterproductive. So yeah. So yeah, mostly I am. I'm gonna do it this way. I'm using a different color to outline it. So I didn't want to use the black. So we'll do that. Yeah. Probably go back over it a little bit more with the yellow. That's probably what I do. Okay. All right. I think I'm doing pretty good there. Okay. I think we're gonna rock with it. Yeah. And so that's what I noticed more. And so with and working with the children, I see that that is the problem. I see that the parents are the issue, and I am very big on reclaiming my time. I don't believe in wasting it, so I'll always choose making sure I'm good instead of doing all that. Oh. Let's put my markers here. I'll probably end up looking at other stuff that I want to do, or the fix it and everything, but okay. Probably won't, if I fan it, I don't think that'll do any difference, but okay. Oop, wait, hold on, because there's still a little paint there. Hold on. Hold on. What is this? Wait. There's still some paint here because it wasn't dry. And I could get where it's kind of dry at here. Oop. Not a bill is due. Oh, Tyron. It is very taxing. Also working, you know, working with people. So that was the other thing with me, like with working with children, because I work with children in the school system, but then I was working with children in like child protective services and stuff. And so some of those situations that I had to put those children in, I didn't like that, but I had to go based off standards. And it was terrible. Absolutely terrible. Sometimes it was more, I wouldn't say sometimes, a lot of times I felt like it was more harm than good, but I was just starting off as a social worker, and so it was kind of like, do what they tell you to do. They know better, but they really don't. So it's terrible. And I'll say, what you would be doing is mentoring, and people need that too. Because sometimes when you word it as therapy, everyone doesn't want to accept it. But mentoring has a nicer ring to it, or coaching has a nicer ring to it. Because some people, when they get like a life coach or something, some of those life coaches have backgrounds in psychiatry. And I said some of them, not all of them. Maybe a good bit of them don't, but like some social workers that I know, they would do that. They do both of them to kind of supplement their income and stuff. So they do that. All right, we're gonna fan again. Then I'll show you guys mine. Finally painted it. After drawing it forever ago, I'll finally have finished painting it. All right. I don't even know if I should do a here's what I got. Like a here's what I was supposed to draw. Ooh. I don't really know if I have like a here's what I was supposed to draw. And here's what I drew. Because I didn't have all the colors, but I did my best with it. And I'm proud of what I did. Because I just threw colors together that I had. Yeah. I did have to get more patient and things. So there we are. All right. Oh, I need to do the insides of their mouth. I told you, as soon as I did that, I would figure out what I needed to do. As soon as I did, I knew I was gonna know what color. Where is it? Okay, I'll just have to do it like this. I couldn't see it originally immediately, but I had to get all that. The things with these acrylic markers, they just kind of go right in. They go in with it, and I can all right, there we are. Okay. I'm blowing on it like that matters. Okay, so there we are. Now you can see there. Bingo, there it is. So the inside of their mouths were like a little bit better, and yeah. So there's that, and I'll let it dry. Yeah. Now it's time to pack it up and clean it up. I want to pour my... Thank you. Thank you, thank you. I finally finished it after having it painted. I mean, having it drawn. I drew it for so long. I had it drawn for so long. Yeah. I need to make me some... I probably should do some more shorts of me just drawing and stuff. I'm doing it super, super fast. I did Pennywise another day on a tiny little canvas too. Oh my god, I'm gonna do Chucky. I want to pour this water out here, but I feel like my neighbors, it'll fly right on them. And I don't want to be rude. How long have I been here? Been on here for a minute. Alright, so thank you for letting me bother you, Tyron. I appreciate it so much. Now I'm gonna go cook, probably. Make my chicken wings and all those things. And I'm gonna show my wonderfulness one more time because I'm proud of myself that it came together. I like the Year of Yes more. Year of Yes was nice. I feel like that's more encouraging. Year of Yes. That's what I think. So, yeah. I could just sit on here all day and just like have it running, but I need to cook. I need to eat. Because it is already 12 o'clock and I didn't even realize it. Yes, and I will be doing, I wrote it down. Well, I put it in my Kindle. The let them theory. I wrote that one in my Kindle. Or I did it to the side. Yeah, so I'll do that one. You said I can't sit on here all day. But I mean, I'd be going back and forth. Because I'll eventually cook. And I don't think I have it thawed out, but I can't remember. I don't know. It may be different. Like I might pop back on because I'm actually, this thing, you know, I've been on here. I'm at 28%. What have I done? So 236. Have I been on here? Is that 4 hours? Did I beat my time of when I was just normally, when I just had the thing running? I think I did. I think I matched my time from there. I am going to get on here later on with my child and we're going to paint these cute little things we did. And I'll go ahead and do my SpongeBob probably too. So I can bring it to my client that I made it for. Or that I drew it for. And that is where I leave you. Okay? That is where I leave you, Tyrone. That is where I leave you. No, but seriously, I'm going to go cook something. I might hop back on here so I can see how long I can actually sit on live and just bother people. I may end up doing that. But smooches, kisses, all those things. And you be safe at the lake. Don't do nothing you're supposed to do. And, you know, enjoy the book. I'll be back on here, though. Well, not today to talk about it. I'll paint later on, but we can talk about the book next time. So, all that. Bye-bye.